Psychic powers, mysterious phenomena, bizarre incontinence, ancient civilizations. These are just some of the facets of Eli Whitney's woolly world. Eli Whitney, scientist, inventor, haiku poet, exotic male dancer, and inventor of the cotton gin. Now living in retreat in Cottonwood, Arizona, he ponders the mysteries of his woolly world.
Oh, hi once again. I'm Eli Whitney, and this is my woolly world. Well, hey, I guess it's your woolly world too, huh? Sorry, dentures are slipping. Anyway, what we're going to be talking about today, we're going to be talking about, what are those big pictures in the sand and stuff? Oh, pictograms. Pictograms, that's what they're called, yeah. Those are giant pictures that you can only really see from the air. I'll go into those a little more later on. Next, we're going to be talking about vortex points, and I personally love these vortex points because when I go to them, I get completely recharged, which is why I'm as young as I am. Now, the vortex points are interesting. They have an interesting effect on certain people's bladders. Let's just say that and say no more. Next, we're going to go on to cairns. Now, cairns, as far as I'm concerned, these aren't very important things. I mean, they're piles of rocks. And apparently they're supposed to focus cosmic power or something like that. I don't know. I don't care. Anyway, they look like children's toys. So, speaking of children's toys, have you seen these Power Rangers things? I mean, they're just ridiculous. I can't believe that people will pay good money to be Power Rangers. What? Oh, yeah, sorry. Lost my train of thought. Anyway, oh yeah, I was on cairns. Now, these cairns are usually located on the last thing we're going to talk about, and that's ley lines. Cairn. I've laid some cairns in my time. Forget it. Anyway, now to go into a little more detail. Now, these pictograms, they're like centuries old, and nobody knows where they came from, although we do have some experts who have some ideas. Why don't we go down to a pictogram that's in Norway? And our expert for that will be Mr. I don't know, what is his name? Oh, well, we'll just go to the clip.
Carbon dating places this pictograph back to the year 51796 BC at 11:23 p.m. The exact date cannot be determined due to the shift to the Gregorian calendar. This pictogram, which can be seen behind me, clearly depicts a blonde, ponytailed running man, which is not unusual in Norway, except that running was not introduced until during the Hagar dynasty, 12th century. Is this evidence of some ancient astronauts, or some heretofore undiscovered tribe of running Scandinavians? And if so, do the descendants still run among us today? To add to the mystery, this pictograph can only be seen from an aerial vantage point.
Okay, well, that was interesting, wasn't it? Well, I don't care if you thought it was interesting or not. I think it was interesting. Now, next, we're going to go on to cairns. Oh, no, wait. No, we're not going on to cairns yet. I'm sorry. Next is, vortex points. Vortex points. Now, I think these are wonderful myself. Vortex points are places where cosmic energy gets drawn down from the stars and the planets and all that kind of thing. And this energy can be focused into people or small pets, as our next expert will point out. And our next expert is Mr. Ben Raggington.
Yes, it was just a few years ago. I was walking my dog along this path. My dog was about 5 feet in front of me when he crossed this spot, and he just instantly incinerated. Well, naturally, I was somewhat alarmed by this, so I ran right up to the spot and felt this incredible power just course right through me. It was at that point that I realized that the natural forces of the universe, their very energies, were channeling right through me. It was such an overwhelming experience that I ended up wetting myself like a Rosicrucian, and naturally I started to become interested in what is now known as the vortex point.
Well, that was interesting to hear about Ben's first experience with vortex points. Now, since that time, Ben has pretty much devoted his life to the study of these things. Why, I'll never know. I mean, he should get a real job. But, oh well, someone has to do it, especially since it's for my show. Anyway, let's go on now and hear Ben talk about the various uses for vortex points.
Of course, during the 4th and 5th century, you must realize that the religious people of the time would use these certain vortex points for their own personal benefit. The cavorting druids of these times would find these spots, they would erect temples here, they would even place their altars on the very spot of these vortex points in an effort to harness their own energies. They would use these for certain pagan ceremonies, which would include sacrificing any virgin women they could find, also include healings, and some of these healings would be, say, curing leprosy, impotency, incontinence, even curing beef. In fact, as time went on, they even used this very spot for rabies animal control. Of course, in today's society, these very spots have been used for nothing more than to make out points.
All right. Well, that Ben character's real nice, but it's time to move on. Next, we're going to go to cairns. Now, like I said, this is basically just piles of stones that anyone could have done as far as I'm concerned. But we have an expert now who will tell you more about it. And after his little clip, I have some rather bad news. But we'll wait until the end of the clip. Why spoil it for you?
This 2-meter tall cairn, situated here deep in the Bolivian rainforests, has been in this location for over 10,000 years. And like so many other cairns of this kind, it rests in precise alignment with the 3 points of the compass. Cairns like this, according to local superstition and legend, focus the energies of the world and the precise precision of the compass points and the pyramidic shape harness that power and bring it down for various reasons. It's cairns like these and many others are used for any variety of local purposes. They can be used to mark trails. They can be used to freeze-dry foods. They're used frequently in fertility dances and other mating rituals. But generally, each cairn has its own specific legend. This cairn, according to local folklore and people, is to prevent the return of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Many scientists have wondered how such a delicate, obviously man-made object could withstand the rigors of time, weather, wind, and it is the precise alignment of these rocks which prevents that. The magnetic forces of the earth hold it bound together in some way, which is yet unmeasurable by science. Only mankind can destroy something of this nature.
Rosebud.
All right. Now for that bad news I told you. You might recall that our expert said that the cairn kept away the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Apparently it didn't keep them too far away from him. He died shortly after the filming. Geez, things have gotten really depressing. I know. I'll tell a joke. Yeah, I'll tell a joke. Let's see. I know. My dog, he's got no nose. My dog has no nose. Yeah.
Well, how does it smell?
You know, I forgot the punchline. Oh, well. Anyway, we're just going to go on from here. Now, the last thing we're going to talk about are ley lines. And it's an interesting phenomenon. It happens all over the world. Now, ley lines are God, what are they called? You change them on the TV. Oh, the channels that cosmic power flows along. Now, as I said before, cairns are usually located along these lines, and so are vortex points and pictograms usually. So I guess they're pretty important. Anyway, a recent phenomena in the past few years has been that people go out and actually lay along these lines. I guess that's why they're called ley lines. Anyway, there are two different kinds of ley lines. The first we'll show you just a really brief clip of people lying along the first type of ley lines, usually indicated by short little white lines. And the second type is apparently more powerful, so some people actually go and seek these out, but there is a danger. Now, as you'll see in the upcoming clip, there are two ley lines that are colored yellow. Apparently, these are much more powerful, and you'll see a young man lying along it. And then you'll see exactly why it's so dangerous to lay along these particular powerful ley lines. Okay, well, that's, like I said, that was pretty dangerous, and contributions for that young man can be sent to us here at Eli Whitney's Woolly World. I don't guarantee that they'll get to the family, but that's just because it could get lost in the mail. You know how that is. Well, oh, I nearly forgot to tell you, everything that you've seen on the show today are sponsored by the Crystal Loonies. Like this guy here.
I am not a loony.
Okay, the Crystal Loonies, well, they're an interesting people. They think that these crystals can do everything in the world. They think that they can, heal sicknesses, that they can fix broken bones, that they can build buildings out of them, that they concentrate all kinds of power from all over the place. So, that's just the way they think it. Awful! Awful! He smells awful! Excuse me. I gotta go visit that vortex again. Till next time, this is Eli Whitney reminding you that it may be a woolly world, but cotton is more comfortable. See you next time. Oh, and if you thought that guy wasn't a loony, listen to this.
The crystals improve your fertility and they drive the chicks wild.